Yeah.
Yeah. So, good evening to all the participants. Welcome to the Career Garden series started by Gargi Knowledge Solutions. I'm Dr. Neha Agarwal, and today the career that we're looking at is law. And to discuss about law, we have Miss Yasha Sharma with us. Yasha has completed her BA LLB from the prestigious National Law University, Lucknow. She went on to do her LLM from CCS University, and her master's dissertation was on corporate social responsibility. She has successfully cleared her net not once but twice. Yeah, some people, I'll just admit them. At a professional level, she has worked as law faculty and has taught CLAT aspirants and also worked as assistant professor in various universities and colleges across north of India. To name a few, she has taught at Lloyd Law College, Noida, at School of Law, UPS, Dehradun. She has more than 4 years of experience in teaching law. She has also many articles and research papers to her name. She has published in reputed UGC recognized law journals like BHU Law Journal. She was also recognized as Valorum Emerging Researcher. Her paper on Rohingyas was selected for conference at South Asia University of Wisconsin. She passed the UP PSC Judiciary exam in 2019 with flying colors and is presently undergoing her training. Welcome, Yasha ma'am. Thank you for sparing your valuable time for Gargi Knowledge Solutions.
Thank you, Neha. Thank you for having me.
Before we start our question and answer session, I want you to briefly talk about your educational background. What kind of a student were you? Your 10th, your intermediate, and all of those things.
So, Neha, first of all, hello to everybody who has joined us, and especially people whom I am, uh, you know, uh, meeting, speaking after a long time, people from UPS and people who have, who already know me. So, a big hello to them also. Yeah, so speaking about my educational background, uh, my family is a family that has judges and lawyers. So, my father, being a judicial officer himself, I have lived in many cities across UP because judiciary is a state government job. And so, my father, being a judicial officer in the state of UP, has been posted to very many places. So my education has been from lot many cities within UP. I was a biology student in class 11th and 12th, and uh, like all of us, my parents also wanted me to first go for a medical career and to become a doctor, or they were even fine if I become a dentist or a chiropractor. But then I was very sure, but I enjoyed studying science at that point of time, so I continued studying biology. I continued with my science studies till class 11th and 12th. I completed my 12th with decent marks. And then I went on to change my stream. I was, however, as I told you, like my parents were very much wanting me to study science and become a doctor, but I was very sure of studying law. One thing I can just tell you this is that at that point of time, law is a subject that was not introduced at a school level. Now CBSE has come up with this optional subject of law at class 11th and 12th. So that is it's called legal studies. So, but that was not there. Else I would have, taken it at least as my optional. Yeah. So that was about this. And then at that point of time, it was not CLAT. There was not a common exam. I appeared for each and every NLU. I was in the waiting list of NALSAR. I was in the waiting list of NLIU Bhopal. And ultimately, NLIU Bhopal, I cleared. My waiting was sixth waiting only. But then, because majority of my family lives in Uttar Pradesh, and I was just moving out uh, of the house after class 12th, I preferred NLU Lucknow, Lucknow being my base and home as well. So that is how I continued with RML. And after that, uh, I enrolled in LLM. It was not a planned decision, but then my parents, they wanted me to continue with my studies, and I was given this option that at any point of time you feel that you are not able to manage, you can leave it. But I, being a decent student, if I may say, I could just complete my LLM on time, and got second rank. I was second in the merit, and
Okay.
my dissertation was awarded. Yes.
That's great. Did you have any difficulty when you changed your stream? Like you said, you were a PCB student, you were studying science, and then you made a shift towards law. Do you think that was a difficult decision to make, or people who
Yeah.
take, let us say, PCM or PCB and want to make that shift to law, will they have any kind of challenges?
No, I don't think so, because science, anyways, if you're coming from science background, first of all, science is a subject that ignites all the faculties of mind. That's what I feel. Reasoning also, and up till class 10th, because we have studied social sciences also, the arts and the humanities subject also. So I think you have hit the right spots in your brain, and that is how the scientific reasoning helps in legal reasoning as well. That is what I felt. I have actually felt this transition of in my thinking when I started studying law. Earlier, till school studies, what happens? You are trained to see something in a certain perspective, as told by the teachers, or as told by the parents, or as told by the seniors and the society. But when you start studying law, you are actually you start looking at anything from two perspective. If I may put it in an easier way, you start seeing it from the side of for and against, or a defense lawyer, or a prosecution
Yes.
lawyer, something like that. So I did feel this change in me. So legal acumen develops with the study of law, but there is as such no problem. But then it takes some time if you're coming from humanities, as in it is not happening with everybody. But
Mhm.
then some people might feel that, because legal English is bit different from the normal English. Like you could be watching all the shows on Netflix, and all the American and the British shows, but the English is of a good level also, if I may say there. But legal English is quite different. So that did hit me initially. I was at some point of time on the verge of giving up in my first semester, because and if someone who knows the legal studies, law of torts being the easiest of all the subjects in law, I was very hanky panky when I was reading law of torts. But then it takes a bit of determination that I will learn it eventually, and you have to see the bigger picture. So that is there.
I think one valid point that you made is we have to persevere. Things are going to be a little difficult in the beginning, but you have to be ready for the challenge.
Right, and you have to be.
Um, there is one question that oftentimes I'm asked by students. When do I take up law? When do I study LLB? Is it after my plus two or is it after my graduation?
So what happens is this, that the traditional route of studying law is, that is 3-year LLB.
Yes.
So what happens is this, that earlier, like I told you, my father is also a judicial officer, and till late 80s, there was only one way of studying law, that was after your graduation. So in a way, you are doing graduation twice. First, you are doing either BA, BBA, BCom, BSc, or some bachelor, and then followed by 3-year LLB. So 3-year bachelor's in any other subject, and then 3-year LLB, that is bachelor's in law. That
Yes.
makes it 6 years. So
Yes.
later on, what happened towards the end of 1980s, somewhere around 88 or 89, then this NLS Bangalore came up with this course that was 5-year course, and the brain behind this was N.R. Madhav Menon, and he is very renowned. He has expired last year, but he actually was this reformer, you can say, who brought this 5-year LLB. And that way, what happens is that your people are able to save one extra year, because that is 5-year integrated course. It's called
Yes.
honors course.
Yes.
and it comes in various combinations. So it can be either BLLB, it can be either BBLLB, it can be either BCom LLB. So any combination. So there are two ways of
Yeah.
doing it.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So you mentioned about NLU, okay, National Law
Yeah.
Universities. What is so special about NLUs? What makes them stand apart? And I know in order to get into NLUs, you need to appear for your CLAT exam. So is CLAT
Yeah.
a difficult exam to appear for?
Okay, so answering your first part first, uh, NLUs were actually brought as in it saw the light of the day on the lines of IIMs and IITs. So
Yes.
just on the lines of IIMs and IITs, in order to reform the law or the legal studies, uh, NLUs were made. However, how far NLUs have been successful or not, I cannot comment on that. But yes, NLU become is still a very preferred option amongst the student. First of all, reason being the downgrade as to the reputation of legal studies during 70s, 80s, and 90s. Law was not seen as a very good profession because admissions were very easily available. Then students were mostly who were politically oriented sort of people, and then it was easy to get a law degree and easy to wear a black coat and go to the court. But then, in order to make it a serious career option, the law reformers of that time they thought of making something called NLUs, which has a proper entry system, which has a proper entrance exam, and so that the cream of the people who actually want to become lawyer, they can get into the serious colleges, and where serious legal research can be done.
Okay.
NLUs are also at times, into they are considered in policy making also. They are asked to we do submit reports and we do submit suggestions and amendments. So all these serious work can be done only in some specialized serious centers. So NLUs were,
Okay.
the came with this intention. And yes, answering your second part, is it difficult? So see, I mean, nothing is difficult in life. You just go by that rule. But then yes, it's not easy either. You have to give it a serious thought, you have to give it a serious planning. And but there are other traditional colleges and universities which are equally good. They have come up with their both the variants, 5-year LLB, 3-year LLB. They already had since
Mm. Mm.
long back time.
Mm.
So what happens is this, that uh, you can go for any traditional university like BHU is there, and then if I may, DU is there. There are many other, though DU is not having a 5-year LLB, it has 3-year LLB.
Mm.
But then there are some other options also, like GLC Mumbai is there. But then you have to see what works for you. What I mean to say by that just in case CLAT is not happening, it's not the end of the day, because I understand the pressure that we have, the parents or the societal pressure that we students have, or they go through. I have been there and
Yes.
endured that, so I know that. Yes.
Yeah. I think that will clear a lot of doubts for the students. Can you
Yeah.
just briefly take us through some of the subjects that we study in law?
So subjects that we study in law, like what happens if you're coming by this route of 3-year BA and then 3-year LLB. Obviously, for 3-year BA, what will happen is that you will have all the BA subjects or the honors subject or the majors that you take. And
Mm.
then when you get into LLB after 3-year BA, when you go into LLB, what happens is this, that you have all the legal subjects, which I'll just name shortly. But in 5 years, what happens is this, because it's an integrated course. For first 2 years, mostly this is the general practice I'm telling. However, the colleges or the universities can alter it as per their needs. So what happens is this, that for the initial 2 years, majority of the subjects will be the bachelor's subject of the other discipline. I mean, if it's BA, then it will be arts subject. If
Yes.
it's BCom, then the commerce subject, and one or two law subjects you will have, and
Okay.
those will be the most that we consider the most easy ones and the most basic, though very important ones, like law of contract, law of torts. something called legal methods or legal language. So something
Okay.
like that you will have.
Okay.
Okay, so but later on, after second year onwards, you will have purely, legal subjects. To name a few, I'm just naming first the basic subjects. IPC is the law of crimes. Then you have CRPC, it's the procedural law of criminal procedural law.
Okay.
We have CPC, that is civil procedural law.
Okay.
Excuse me. Then we have, Evidence Act. We have Transfer of Property Act that relates to all the immovable property that we sale or we transfer in any other form. Then some very specialized subjects, they are either offered as an optional subjects or sometimes they are made compulsory also. So it could be like, Arbitration Act, arbitration and conciliation are, out of court settlement modes. So we do teach these subjects also. Then something called like private international law or air and space law or a health law. So they are sometimes taught as a regular subject or sometimes they are as optional subjects.
Okay.
So
Okay.
these are the subjects.
I think students will now have a much clearer idea on what they exactly start
Yeah,
to learn. Yeah.
yeah,
So some students come up to me and they say, although they are interested in pursuing law, they don't want to become a
yeah.
lawyer. So let us say I complete my degree in law. What are the other career opportunities or career paths that are available to me?
Yeah. So, first thing, lawyer, obviously, one can go for legal practice. Legal practice is also of
Hmm.
various kinds,
Hmm.
or it can be done in various ways. That we'll discuss shortly. Second thing is you can sit for a judicial officer exam or judge, civil judge or judicial magistrate exam,
Okay.
which is a state government or state level exam. Every state, it comes up with vacancies as per its needs. Obviously, the smaller states have lesser requirement, and the bigger states they have more requirement. And it's a 3-tier exam on the lines of civil services only. So pre-mains interview, something like that. And then what happens is this that nowadays the good part about judicial exams is this that the vacancies are coming regularly, and the states are cautious enough to keep some seats with them so that they are regular in their recruitment, and so that is there. And then uh, third option could be in academics. So people can go for law teaching, they
Hmm.
can go for law research,
Okay.
then legal research. They can go to the, I think opportunities of legal research are good in India, but at at an international level, especially in America, they are having a lot of opportunities for law research. Germany being a new hub, that is, because it is offering a lot of scholarship and all.
Okay.
Then, yes, but for teaching in law, one has to go through this route of masters in law, then followed by UGC NET,
Yes.
and then now MHRD has come up with this PhD, qualification as well. But you can be teaching simultaneously. Then third thing is next thing is what one can do is law officer is another exam.
Okay.
At times it is like in private banks, you can just attend the interview and then you can get selected. Other way for the nationalized banks is this IBPS exam. IBPS is a body that conducts exams for banks. So banks, this law officer exam is IBPS specialist officer, popularly known as specialist officer exam.
Yes.
It has various, subcategories. One category is law officer. Other being HR
Okay.
officer or other being, other. I am not very sure of other discipline. So IBPS law officer is another option. And like here, IBPS is you get a score at the end of the IBPS exam, and if then banks will come up with their cutoffs, and whichever cutoff you clear, you go for the interview. Interview being the final stage of it, not the exam.
Okay.
Then is however, SBI conducts a separate exam. SBI is not with the IBPS, and SBI's law officer exam is little bit difficult and different than IBPS.
Okay.
So that is there, but it's very much doable. I have friends who are law officer at the main branch in New Delhi only, SBI.
Okay.
So it's not that difficult. But yes, people prefer IBPS because with one score you can apply for many banks. Then The next thing could be, people, while we study law during our law school only, or even after that, what you can do is simultaneously do this company secretary course, and then you can go for a legal advisor. You can become a legal advisor in any company. What happens is this, around 10, 12 years back, there was this uh, rule or law that came that every company ought to have a legal advisor. Now, if you are a legal advisor and along with that you can give services of a company secretary, so it becomes, you become very much desirable by the companies. So that is one thing that can be done. Other than that, what else? Yes, when I speak about being a lawyer, one thing is, there's government lawyers, and for that there is this examination of assistant prosecution officer. Sometimes the nomenclature is different. It's also a state level exam. Sometimes the nomenclature is different for different states. So then what happens is this, that the APO is a one exam. Good part about being an APO is that part about being an APO is that if you have 7 years of service, and
Mm.
if you have completed this 35 years of age, you can directly sit for this exam. That is You can sit for this exam, that is higher judiciary exam, and you are at an equivalent level of assistant, this additional district judge.
Okay.
So that is a good, you are propelled a lot if you clear this exam. And then it's said that if you clear it at the age of 35, you are sitting at the high court for 10 years or more. So that is, you become a high court judge for 10 years or more, if promoted accordingly. So that is one. And then if you're taking break, then can I discuss this law firm and chamber practice after the break?
Yeah, if you're taking a break, we'll just you can join back the meeting using the same ID and password. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's for the
yeah.
recording purpose because it becomes difficult to kind of upload it. So we'll just take a break of at half an hour and then we'll just join back. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so okay.
Using the
Bye.
same meeting and ID password, you can join back. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. In the meantime, I would request the students to just write down the questions or queries that come up in their mind, so that we can discuss it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of it.
Okay.
Yeah.